Don't allow no one to finesse you out of your position. Do you feel me? Because what happens is a lot of people will tell you what you can't do based on what they were unable to do. A lot of people will tell you, oh man, this is not possible because they tried it and they couldn't figure it out. Do you feel me? Don't allow no one to finesse you out of your position. And if you stumbled, you fell, but you know what it takes. You lost it, but you had it at some point. That means you knew what to do to get it. So you still in position. You just need to retrain yourself in the way of how you go about things, the way how you do things. Huh? Do you feel me? You still in position. And don't allow somebody to put off all their insecurities on you. Telling you, oh man, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't go do that. When the real question you need to ask is, where is your qualifications? What gives you the holy, you know what I mean? What gives you the control of dictating of how I move? Because when you had the ball, you fumbled. Do you feel me? So don't let nobody else destroy something that you in the process of showing your greatness. When you in the process of figuring it out. See, the whole thing about this is your self-motivation, your determination. How do you see yourself completing whatever you're trying to get, whatever your goal is you want to achieve? It's okay if somebody else don't see that vision, but do you see it? Do you feel me? See, it all comes back to one thing. It all comes back to one person, and that's you. Because somebody can tell you about it all day. Somebody can show you what somebody else did all day. But what do you have to show for it? Huh? See, it don't matter what somebody else think. Because somebody can tell you, hey man, somebody told, Steve Jobs. Somebody told Mark Zuckerberg. Somebody told a lot of these multi-billionaires, quadrillionaires out there at one point in time, it can't happen for you. This half-bitten apple won't work for you. And we know what the history is. Most people using the half-bitten apple right now. Do you feel me? So the real question is, do you believe in yourself? Are you willing to put yourself on the line? Because let's face it, if you out here doing illegal activity, you putting yourself on the line every day. And how's that working out for you? Huh? I'll wait. Yes, a few ballers out there, but the majority of y'all, no, small timers, man. And you're going to do big time in prison for making small money when you could have been making that at a regular job. Do you feel me? So don't allow nobody to finesse you out of your position. And the bigger question is, where is their qualifications to tell you what you can't do? Where's their qualifications? When you need something to get handled, since you got all these answers about what I shouldn't do, what can I do? What can you provide for me? What is beneficial for me by you telling me what I can't do? Do you feel me? That's the bigger question. That's the bigger question that need to be asked when somebody is doubting you. And on top of that, if you somebody close to me, you a close friend, a close relative, somebody I associate myself with very often, then you doubting me, maybe I need to question our type of relationship, what type of qualifications we have to continue having a relationship. Do you feel me? Because don't give me a whole bunch of negativity and there's no positive with that. Now, let's back up. If I'm out here doing something reckless and I need to hear that, that's a different thing. If you see that I'm out here moving real reckless and I'm endangering myself and others around me, that's a different thing. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you're not elevating me or helping me get to my destination so it can be beneficial to everybody. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's just like that beautiful individual that you trying to, court, or you trying to get at, you trying to holler at. Once you get that beautiful person, right? Your first attraction with them was their looks. In most cases, it's their looks, how they carry themselves, right? But once you get over the physical attraction, what else are you bringing to this relationship? I mean, because everything is cool when you're in the moment. But when you need something other than that, what else do you provide for me? How well do we gel together, coming together as one? Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because that beautiful individual, right? Who say they hygiene, they're not clean? Who say their mental state, they're not that bright? Who say just because they look good, they got, you know what I'm saying? They got some assets you like. You know what I'm saying? They got some assets that you like. Who say that it's not even real and you want it real? Now, you can be whatever you want to be. That's not what I'm saying. That's my whole point of saying that is saying this. Just because it look like it's good doesn't necessarily mean that it's for you. Just because it's, you're on IG and they on there twerking, they on there shaking and doing what you like, doesn't mean that that's something that's real beneficial for you. Do you feel me? You gotta understand. You gotta make sure if you out here making moves, you busting plays, you trying to figure out to elevate yourself, the most key ingredient to all this is your surroundings. And if you're not surrounding yourself with positive thinkers, people that's beneficial to you in your travel of you getting to your greatness, just like they say, if you the only millionaire in the room and everybody else is broke, you not really rich. Do you feel me? You're not really rich. Because how can you sit here and say these are your loved ones? You know what I'm saying? They still in the trap. You know what I'm saying? Barely got a vehicle, a reliable transportation to get to work. But you pulling up in the Phantom. You pulling up in the, you know what I'm saying? The Ferrari, whatever. And that's your people, bruh. That's your people. And you're not trying to show them any type of way to how to get to it, how to elevate. So you're not really that guy. You're not that real woman. Do you feel me? I mean, I thought the whole thing of this is, especially if you got relatives, you got family, is to go out, be great, and come back and elevate. Do you feel me? So that's why I say, make sure when people say certain things to you, especially negatively, what are their qualifications? Because if you had the bag and you wasn't trying to help nobody, it was all about me, I. And now that you lost it, you slid off and now you doing bad. And I'm doing good right now. And you want to tell me, okay, you should be switching up doing this move and going over here doing that. But when they had the ball, they fumbled. Do you feel me? So you got to make sure these folks got qualifications, because guess what? When you go work for an employer, or if you're looking to get hired somewhere, the first thing they're going to ask you is, what is your qualifications? Do you feel me? So why that doesn't apply in your everyday life? Because like I said in my previous videos, if you're using any social media sites, you're using your digital phone, your smartphone, your computer, your laptop, your tablet, all these things come with terms and conditions. Do you feel me? So make sure when somebody is coming at you, giving you, you know what I mean, critiquing you, what are their qualifications before they come and tell you what you need to do. Because a lot of times, not everybody, not every situation, but a lot of times, a lot of people don't even recognize they're putting off a lot of their insecurities on you and your movements because they seen where they fumbled, they couldn't figure it out, or they had it all and lost it all and never got it back. So you got to be careful with that. Do you feel me? So make sure they have the qualifications to speak on certain situations. Do you feel me? And another thing I want to mention, I was watching a little bit of academics, and he was talking about Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? And academics, man, you wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no diss or nothing like that. You made your opinion, and now I'm making mine. Do you feel me? So big act, man. I'm a big Nicki Minaj fan, and I feel like that was a little bit of lopsided, one-sided. You know what I'm saying, on your opinion when you came and said, is she still desirable because she's 40? Now, I am in my 40s, so I'm a little biased. I'm going to say that up front before I go into this, right? I'm a fan. Hey, and I'm an older individual, OG, older individual, whatever you want to call it. And I highly disagree with what you said, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will admit, some of the moves she was doing on her latest video, I give you 2%. Okay. You know what I mean? She can still fall back a little bit, but at the same time, if that's how she feeling, and she's still very desirable. Now, I understand you mentioned a lot of younger females, you know what I'm saying? IG models, which are all beautiful, no disrespect. But for me, Nicki Minaj is still highly desirable. I will take her over a young chick anytime. Only because for me personally, because you say she's not desirable to most men, 30 and under, which I highly disagree with that. And my whole thing is this. Yeah, just like I just said on qualifications, the first part of this video, I can't just holler at a female just for sex, bruh. You gotta offer me something more than that. Because after we play and we do our 1-2, it gotta be something way more than that. Because for one, you know what I'm saying? I do have a status in my life. I'm not out here bumming. You know what I'm saying? So I do got things, you feel me, some very expensive things in my house. I carry myself a certain way. So when I'm dealing with a woman out there, you feel me? I can't just deal with anything just because she got some assets that I like. You feel me? Just because you got certain assets, you know what I mean? Certain things that you have, certain features that you have. I just, that ain't going to work for me. You know what I'm saying? Even when in my 30s as well. Late 20s as well. I can't just deal with a woman just because of certain features that you have. You got to have other qualifications. And when I see with Nicki Minaj, I never heard of her talking about she had legal issues in the sense of record label problems, not getting paid. So from what I can see on the internet and what's been put out there, I don't hear her struggling about her finances. I don't hear her complaining about a record label. So to me, that's a smart woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's attractive to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody about their finances, about their money, man. You know what I'm saying? And out there handling her handle, you feel me? It's still relevant, and she's still popping today. She got the number one song right now. You know what I'm saying? So I very much dislike, and I do not accept your statement, man, when it comes to if she's desirable or not, man. She's still desirable. You know what I'm saying? I'll pick her over a lot of chicks because, for one, she's a woman that's about her business. She's a woman that's been in the game for a long time, and she's still beautiful. She's still popping. So yeah, man, Nicki Minaj all day. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because, to my individuals out here that got something to lose, my individuals that's out here that's really popping in their life and they in their local area, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's a totally different thing. We ain't just out here trying to hit anything, man. That's not real. You know what I'm saying? So any real man out there or a real individual in general, you know what I'm saying? That's really out here pushing the line about theyself. We don't just go. They don't just go for anything. You know what I'm saying? I work around a lot of guys, and that's one of the big conversations we have in general when it comes to relationships. We're not just looking for anything just because, you know what I mean, you got a fat ass or, you know what I'm saying, you do certain things in the bedroom. That's most guys out here that's really popping in their life. That's not the only thing they looking for. Do you feel me? You know? Now, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing well. I'm not balling like some of your favorite artists, but in my local area, oh, I'm popping, bruh. Please believe that. Do you feel me? And I say that to say this. I'm going to end this with this. When there's folks out there that's doubting you, when there's people out there that don't believe in you, that's when you go harder. That's when you really, you know what I mean, get those, you know what I mean, get them high beams on in life and figure out what your next move is. And if you can't figure it out, just stay grinding because eventually it's going to come to you. Because I believe in good energy. When you put out good energy, it's going to come back to you in some type of way. But the question is, are you ready to receive it? Because if you let all these people come in with them bad qualifications, giving you misguided information, that's when you become them. Do you feel me? I am Sean B. Stola. Until next time, peace.